Hi, I'm Pedro Hernandez, and welcome to the MindFlex Minute. Today's question is a three-part question, and it's a little deeper. We're going to go into paradigm shift. Remember that a paradigm is a habit or an action that we have ingrained in ourselves through conditioning, which means that through repetition, we can change those things. So here's your question. If you can clone yourself, what trait or behavior would you take away from your clone? Meaning that whatever behavior or trait that you have, you would be allowed not to pass it on to your clone. What trait would that be? The second part to that question is, how has that trait or behavior made your life a struggle at times? As well as how has that trait or behavior made you stronger because you had to go through it? So how has that trait or behavior made you stronger because you had to go through it? Now, there's actually one more part to the question, and it's that if you couldn't take that trait or behavior away from your clone, if you had to pass it on, what advice would you give your clone? What advice would you give your clone in order to succeed, in order to make it a little bit easier, or maybe not make it easier, or maybe just do it a different way of recognizing that paradigm? Would it be the same paradigm, or would you give your clone a way to shift it? And if so, what would it be? So that's a lot of questions. That's actually 4 questions for you, very deep. So it's again, what trait or behavior would you take away from your clone if you could clone yourself? How has that trait or behavior been a struggle for you at times? And how has it made you stronger? And as well as what would you tell your clone if you had to pass it on, if you had to pass on those traits and behaviors to them? What would you tell your clone to do with them? That's a deeper one. Take some time. And the goal for this is to really have you think. It's really to get the juices flowing and really make you think a little bit differently of your life and maybe see some things that you didn't realize before that may really help shift a paradigm that you didn't even know you had. So I can't wait for tomorrow's question. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and share it with as many people as you can. Thank you.